people in seeing believe, and in believing take ownership of the entire process. What more can we wait for other than to see the harvest? And here is one voice that brings that sound of harvest to the ears of every Nigerian at home, abroad, and generationally from Top Feed and Top Seed. Put your hands together as we welcome His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Architect Mohammed Nabadi Sambo, GCON, for his speech. And of course, I want to believe he is our #2 farmer. Thank you very much, sir.
Please be seated. Our host, the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Akin Wumi Adesina, and the Honorable Minister of State for Agriculture, Mrs. Asabe Asamau Ahmed. Members of the Federal Executive Council here present, the head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Mr. Daladi Kifasi, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Minister of Agriculture, the Chief Executives of financial and other agricultural institutions here present, Your Royal Highness, the SU of Kwali and other royal fathers here present, let me, on behalf of Mr. President, specially appreciate Alhaji Hassan Mohammed Gwarzo Kwazo, Sarkin Noman Zampara, and Engineer Bitrus Elisha, as well as Dr. Weber Ball, and the representative of the banks. Distinguished invited guests, our great farmers, no farmers, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to start by extending the sincere greetings and felicitations of Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who would have liked to be with us this morning, but for the exigencies of his office, and has therefore directed me to represent him on this very important occasion. And I will read his speech. I am delighted to join you all in this occasion of the commissioning of the 100,000 metric ton silo at Sheda, Federal Capital Territory, and the flag-off of the agricultural equipment hiring centers in Nigeria. Our country has huge agricultural potentials. But talking about those potentials is not enough. We are working very hard to unlock those potentials to make agriculture a business that will create wealth for millions of Nigerians. That is why I launched the Agricultural Transformation Agenda in 2011 with the goal of producing an additional 20 million metric tons of food by the year 2015. I tasked the Minister of Agriculture to drive the process to ensure that we meet the goal, and in doing so, also modernize our agricultural system. I'm very pleased that the Agricultural Transformation Agenda is working well and achieving great strides in our drive to turn Nigeria into a food self-sufficient country. Our growth enhancement scheme and the e-wallet system for reaching farmers with fertilizers and improved seeds via the mobile phone has reached 14 million farmers by the year 2014. The Nigerian e-wallet system is now being replicated in several African countries, including Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and Rwanda. Powered by improved access to new technologies, especially improved quality seeds and fertilizers, Nigerian farmers increased national food production by a total of 21 million metric tons within the past 3 years, surpassing the 20 million target set for 2015. I'm very proud of Nigerian farmers. If well supported, Nigerian farmers will not only feed Nigeria, they will become a major contributor to feeding the world. No wonder our farmers always say, no farmer, no nation. I agree with you. That is why I am strongly supportive of the bold sets of innovative policies and institutional reforms being rapidly put in place to transform the agricultural sector. These achievements remind us that we are a blessed nation, a country that has all it takes to fulfill our dream of becoming a global powerhouse in food and agriculture. As we produce more food, it has become necessary to expand our food storage capacity and reduce post-harvest losses. The development of strategic grains reserve is central to our policy of stabilizing food price for the consumers and assuring guaranteed minimum price and market access to farmers. Much progress has been made in boosting our national strategic grain reserve capacity. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development has completed a total of 6 silos with capacity of 250,000 metric tons since November 2013. In additional 625,000 metric ton silos will be completed by December 2014, making a total of 875,000 metric ton silo capacity completed within 2 years. The silos I am here to commission, which has a capacity of 100,000 metric ton, is one of the several that have been completed across the country and ready to be commissioned. I look forward to the commissioning of the completed silos in Kebbi, Katsina, Sokoto, Adamawa, and Osun states. These networks of silos across the country will help provide buffer stock of food and for mopping up the increasing grain production in the country to help stabilize prices for farmers. These silos across the country will be leased to the private sector to use to store grains and support development of agricultural commodity exchange for Nigeria. To continue to raise food production and turn Nigeria into a global player in food and agricultural markets, we must rapidly mechanize the agricultural sector. For far too long, our farmers have depended largely on rudimentary tools such as hoes and cutlasses. The small-scale farmers that produce 80% of our food have very little or no access to modern agricultural machinery. This low level of mechanization limits the ability of our farmers to expand cultivated areas, reduce chances of performing timely farm operations, hinders opportunities to achieve economies of scale in raising food production, and lower returns on agricultural investment. To get our teeming youth excited about agriculture, they must be provided with modern agricultural machinery, not hoes and cutlasses. This must change. This administration is determined to modernize and remove drudgery from agriculture by ensuring the deployment of appropriate